साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Hello everyone, I'm Chris. I'm presenting from Perth, Western Australia, and this is Learn to Meditate, the Wednesday program. Today we're going to be talking about surrender. You may have watched other webcasts where that word might have been used. It's an important aspect of being in the meditative state 24/7. We're not perfect, and we have ego and we have conditionings and habits, and we're trying to meditate. So we develop awareness of the spirit and be the spirit. And in the self-realization process that you've probably already experienced, if you watched before, a Sahaja Yoga webcast program, we say the affirmation, I am the spirit. And that's an important part of Sahaja Yoga, the awareness of the spirit and being the spirit, the being in the culture of the spirit. And but to get there, there's at least two problems. One is your own ego, and the other one's your super ego. And that's your I-ness, your identifications on the ego side, or super consciousness. And then on the left side, the subconscious, it's the conditionings and the habits, and they both mutually reinforce each other. So we develop our ego in the West, so it's very large, and we identify ourselves with material things, we project thoughts about ourselves, we make constructs, mental constructs about ourselves, and also we have habits and conditionings. So conditions, which, and the ones we're concerned about here are the negative ones. judging others rather than judging yourself, miserliness, jealousy, habits which are not conducive to our well-being. There could be destructive habits, negative emotions. So all those things we have to progressively rid ourselves of in the cleansing process of meditation and all these ajahn treatments that we do in Sahaja Yoga. And that's a long journey for some, wherever you come from. And one of the conditions is, Shri Mataji said, is that you have to have patience and compassion for yourself. And in that self-realization process, we do forgive others and we forgive ourselves, and we also ask for forgiveness from the all-pervading divine power, humbly and sincerely, that we're on the way to cleansing ourselves, but we've got a bit of baggage that we have to shed. And that important process to get there is surrendering. And so that's the theme of today. We'll have two talks by Shri Mataji, because it's always best explained by Shri Mataji. It's the talk is always underwritten by her divine wisdom, and I couldn't in any way express that the way she does. And also these two talks bookend a poem by Shri Mataji, The Mountain. And one thing about being the spirit is that you have feelings of eternity. The right side and the left side are about the future. They're about you creating illusions about the future or illusions about the past. And Sahaja Yoga is about being the present and living in the present. And you only can live in the present if you meditate, and when you meditate, you develop awareness of your spirit, and you be the spirit. The only way you can do that is to be in the present, because the past doesn't exist. It's created by ourselves, wrapped up in possibly negative emotions, and the future is wrapped up in aspirations about the future. So meditation is the most important thing, and we sort of spontaneously in that process of being in the present, we surrender our ego and our superego. So if you got a foot soak bucket, that's a good time to put your feet in the bucket. Let's raise the kundalini and tie a bandhan. So you know how to do this. If you've been watching before, you put your attention on the center of the palm of your left hand, and you move your right hand around in a clockwise manner as you raise it to the top of your head. So this is raising the kundalini, and you tie one knot, and then you do it a second time. You tie two knots. They're symbolic knots, but you're raising the kundalini. Your attention's on the palm of your left hand, and you're moving your right hand, and that's bringing your self-realized person. That's bringing your kundalini up to the top of your head. And tie three knots. So it's gone to the top, and now a bandhan, a bond of protection, So on your left hand side, your right hand touches your left hand, and it's a sweeping action across the fontanelle and back again. And we do this 7 times because there are 7 main chakras we're concerned with. There's the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. And then we're going to balance ourselves, because these two problem areas, the left and the right side, they need to be balanced against each other, so the Kundalini can go through the center, go through the narrow gate, up here, and pierce the fontanelle at the top of your head, the crown chakra. So before we do that, we will put both hands to the Mother Earth. So we just ask the Mother Earth to give us humility and innocence. So please give us humility, which is an important part of the state of surrendering. So just ask the Mother Earth, please give me innocence. Give me your wisdom. And help me to be humble. All right, now take that left hand and just place it on your lap, and keep the right hand pointed to the Mother Earth, or touching the Mother Earth. You don't have to touch it, but I mean, if you're pointing it to the Mother Earth, you'll get the Mother Earth's energy, her divine energy. So here we want to clear the left side of emotions. So our negative conditionings and habits, which hold us back. So Mother Earth, please take out all my negative emotions and conditionings. All those ones that take me out of balance. All of the lethargy. Right, now take that right hand and place it on your lap, and point the left hand to the sky, to the ether. And here you want to clear out all the heat from the right side, from the super consciousness aspect of ourselves. So just ask the ether element to take out all the ego, all our misidentifications about ourselves, which is not the true self. And also to take out the heat that we've generated during the day. It takes us out of balance and makes it harder for us to be in the center, to be connected. You might feel that energy flowing from your right side, from your liver, up to your left hand, and into the ether. All right, now put that left hand on your lap, and then we'll just get the right hand and bring it through the center. So down from the base of the spine, bring it through the center. Take your attention with you as you do it, and just lightly touch the fontanelle. And do that a second time. And when you do it a third time, keep your attention, which is the edge of your awareness, at the top of your head. And now we need to get those strands of Kundalini spiraling and out and connecting with the collective consciousness. Mother Kundalini, please help me be in balance. Please allow the Kundalini energy to flow from my Saraswara chakra on the top of my head. Please help me suck in my bloated ego and all the conditionings and fears of my superego. Please suck that in. Please allow the Kundalini energy, the mothering, nurturing energy, to flow, to cleanse, and to connect. And now keep your attention above the fontanelle. And if you get a thought, just forgive the thought. And now we'll listen to a talk by Shri Mataji about surrender, and that will be followed by a poem about eternity, which is the feeling you get when you are the spirit, and then another talk, a shorter talk about surrendering, and then we'll close off the meditation.
in Sahaja Yoga, we have never tried to overcome the desires by taking sannyasa or running away from the house or for all kinds of things that are being suggested. The first thing that is done is that you get the light of your spirit. Spirit is the reflection of Sadashiva. In that light, he shows. He is just showing the path. The spirit is just like a light which is burning and which is showing the path. In that path, you yourself become so wise that you walk in the light of wisdom, that you walk in the light of righteousness. Because whatever is destructive is seen through the light of your spirit. You start giving up all that is destructive. Nobody has to tell you that give up this, give up that. You yourself realize that this is wrong and we should give up. This was, I should say, my own understanding of human beings. Because these are the days where people are in complete illusions. They are in a conflict all the time, struggling even to exist. Under these circumstances, everything would have failed if we had started with taking a sannyasa and then going to Himalayas and all that. If you have to do this for the masses, something has to be done radical, and luckily I've been able to find out a way by which you can get your sprouting, your realization. Now some people who get realization have to understand certain things, because as you know, there are many people who have got realization. I don't know how many, I don't keep count. But what is lacking in them is surrendering. It's embarrassing to say, but it is a fact. This is the only condition of modern Sahaja Yoga, that you have to really surrender. If you start using your brain, if you start using other methods to understand Sahaja Yoga, you cannot. You must surrender. And as Islam is nothing but surrender. Islam means surrender. And if that surrender is not there, it is impossible to establish anyone in the kingdom of God. Surrender is not that you should give up your family, give up your children, or give up your houses and homes and your properties. Surrendering is here, give up your ego to begin with, and then give up your conditionings. But first thing, as I said, is surrendering. In surrendering, actually, you develop a kind of a state where I would say you become a sannyasi from within. That means nothing can dominate you. What is a sannyasi? Is a person who is above everything else. Nothing can stick to him. He just looks at things and he knows what it is. He may not say. He knows everything and he doesn't do whatever is wrong. He is so detached that in that detachment only he can see what's wrong with people. He starts seeing his family people, he starts seeing other surroundings, everywhere he starts seeing what's wrong. And he does not identify with them. It's very surprising. You see, it is so clear cut that this light definitely gives you tremendous wisdom and balance. Supposing you are walking and you can't see the road, you may fall down. But if there's little light also, you can see it. And this is what Sahaja Yoga has done. It's given you very little light. That little light itself has been sufficient for you to give up so many things. So when we talk of ascent, we talk of a higher life, we have to become sannyasi, like the lotus that comes out of the pond and no water can stay on that. Even the leaves of lotus, no water can stay on that. Just like that we have to become. We don't have to wear sannyasi's dresses, nothing of that. But from inside, a kind of a detached attention is there, which immediately locates the problem within you and without. And also in Sahaja Yoga, you know how to overcome that. It's a very effective, efficient system. But for that again, to achieve that, you have to become Shiva within, means detached. As Shiva is completely detached, you have to be detached. And that detachment will give you the same wisdom as Shiva has. So this is the quality one has to understand. Surrendering doesn't mean outside things to be surrendered. What is there? These are all stones. What are you surrendering? Surrendering means cleansing yourself completely, getting completely detached. Detachment is the only way you can rise Some people get sick. They make such an ado out of it. I am sick, the whole world should know I am sick, 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 sick. But if you are a Sahaja Yogi, you should just watch. Oh, so I am sick, all right, let's see. Just like a sport. Just watch. I am sick. So, what's happening now? The temperature is coming nicely, it's going down. You just sort of a playful, mirthful attention. So the first thing of surrendering is important to reach the state of your spirit, of Shiva and Sadashiva. But the second state is that you have to now think of others. First it is, as they say in Sanskrit, is vyashti, means individual gain. You get the individual gain. And then it becomes samashti, means the collective. You have to work it out on collective. People who never even got realization, nothing of the kind, have been doing so much organization and this and that, while you have got everything. So now it is important that you should now extend this light to others. So we have to mentally approach ourselves. We have to talk to ourselves and say to ourselves, what are you doing? What is surrendering? It is enjoyment. It is just enjoyment. Then why I cannot surrender? What is lacking in me? Am I a very low-level person? Am I the one who was just saying I am a seeker, but I am not? Am I a dishonest person that I cannot surrender? If so, what am I proud of myself? If that is the situation, then why am I so much enamored by my ego? What do you have to surrender? A drop has to dissolve into the ocean to become the ocean. And a drop cannot be greater than the ocean, can it be? So what is the surrendering? Surrendering of our conditionings, of our ego, and the artificial barriers we have built around us. One can approach mentally, one can approach emotionally, and also physically we can approach ourselves. We can approach ourselves through mantras. Through seeing ourselves, through knowing ourselves. But one should know this is the greatest of greatest opportunity. The other day I met one lady. She told me of several miracles in her life, how she was saved. She was about to die, she came across an accident, all that, but how she was saved. While her husband, he succumbed to all kinds of things. So I said, what do you mean, how it happened? He said, Mother, it's nothing but Shraddha. Shraddha is dedication. Surrendering. Surrendering. Because I am surrendered. But I said, how? That I don't know. I'm just surrendered. I feel so comfortable, so lively, and so much out of fear when I know I'm surrendered, completely surrendered to my spirit. And this is what it is we have to learn when we meditate, that we have to surrender. Muhammad Sahib has called Islam means surrender. Though they don't surrender, otherwise you see. But what is it that you must surrender to your global nature, to your higher nature.
So let's take our attention to the fontanelle, to our Saraswara chakra, by just taking the right hand and moving it through the center channel, and then taking it to the top of our head. So you have your attention on your hand, and your hand works. It's activated. It'll work to take those strands of Kundalini to the top of the head. And do that a third time. So your attention is above the fontanelle, and you may be able to feel a cool feeling above your head, or it may be heat. Not to worry, be relaxed about it. Be kind to yourself, patient with yourself. We're just surrendering ourselves to the divine flow of vibrations. connecting and enjoying. Take a deep breath and hold it and slowly release it. So you're sitting comfortably, your palms are upward. You just say the affirmation for the left heart by putting the right hand on the heart. And that affirmation is, I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. I am the eternal Spirit. So with all the artificiality of the world and all the misidentifications we have, the cloud of ego that envelopes our heart in the Western world, one of the most important things we can say with meaning is, I surrender. Just say that to yourself. I surrender. Say that from your heart. I surrender. I surrender to my spirit. I surrender to the joy that's within me. I surrender to my own inner peace. Just put your attention to what are you feeling inside. If there's any worry or tension, just be patient, be kind to yourself. And just surrender that. Because that's the way it's going to all work out. Have faith in that. And know that you have your own dignity. That you are the Spirit. Right, now let's close off the meditation by raising the Kundalini and tying one knot, and then raising Kundalini for the second time and tying 2 knots, and the third time by tying 3 knots, and then doing a bandhan from left to right and back again, once, twice, 3 times. You can put your attention towards inwards to 4th time, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and namaste. So I hope that was something good for you. It's an important topic in Sahaja Yoga that we need to surrender, and we just do it. We spontaneously do it, and we do it by not fighting our ego or superego. We just offer our ego and our superego to the divine, and we cleanse ourselves and be patient with ourselves. Everybody has an ego, everybody has superegos. We're all got plenty of identifications we built over a lifetime, and that there's something that come with us, and we also developed habits and conditionings which are an impediment to our growth, and we can all work on them. Now we'll just mention one thing before we go, and if you're living in Perth, this is the next few days is the anniversary of Shri Mataji coming to Perth for the first time. It's the 40th anniversary, and in about 4 weeks it's the 100th birthday of Shri Mataji. So if you're in Perth, there's a program at the John McGrath Pavilion on Saturday, March the 4th at 10:30 a.m. 97 Hensman Street, South Perth, and you're most welcome to come and join the celebration. We're celebrating Shri Mataji's message of inner peace, and also all the divine wisdom that she's imparted on us, imparted onto us, which enables us to be better people, and also humanity to improve and develop in very positive ways. So I hope you enjoyed today's program. We'll thank you, Mitty, for doing a seamless backroom tech job. We're back here again next week at 10 p.m. Sydney time on a Wednesday, and Adriana will be doing the presentation. So we'll outro with a bit of music about detachment. In the talk that Shri Mataji gave, she talked about Lord Shiva. It's the deity of detachment, of desirelessness, and there's some. If you'll see the script on that video. Just enjoy the music, just watch it, and some beautiful scenery. And we'll see you next week, or you'll see Adrian next week. Take care and continue to meditate, and join in other webcasts that are happening around the world, and find your inner peace. Thank you very much.
Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Manobodhyanta Chitanenaham, Achashrota Jivena Chaganamite, Achavyo Mabhumi Natejo Navayu, Achavyo Mabhumi Natejo Navayu, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham, Chitananda Rupa Shivoham. Chavdana Samyau Navai Panchavayu Navatsat Tadatur Navapanchakosha Navatpa